It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. The other thing that you had said, I saw one of your comments recently. I think it was on Instagram when I had Don Higgins on, and you're like, "This is the best." Like,
dude, it was awesome.
I get the business podcast and the hunting podcast all rolled into one.
That was such a good episode. I can't remember, what was he? He got really fired up, and I was gonna text you about why you got to get the old man all fired up, but I forgot what.
I couldn't resist but to get him fired up because it
was about another hunter.
Yeah, I'm not buddies with the other dude, but
Yeah.
I'm an acquaintance with him. Like, he and I will talk hunting stuff on the phone every once in a while, especially when I'm headed down that way, because he lives he butts up to the public land that we hunt. And and I totally get Don's adversity to that guy, because that guy did treat Don like shit.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds like it.
But also, I totally get that dude in a small town that's got the blue collar job that he doesn't have a pot to piss in, besides he's got this 2,000 acres, and all of a sudden Don Higgins is showing up hunting his spots in his territory, and he doesn't want him there, and this is all he's got. This is all the dude's got. And so I that said, it's this aversion to the man, right? It's an aversion to the man. Hey, here's this hunting celebrity coming in. He's got 1,000 places to go. Why does he got to come and hunt my bucks?
Yeah.
Right. And this dude, didn't treat Don well at all. Totally get why Don wouldn't like him. But at the same time, he let me tag along on a deer tracking the year before, and we got a dog and tracked a deer with the same dog, and because I had wounded one, he
was great to you guys,
and he was super helpful to me. And then this year he put us on some spots. Ben shot the buck he and Don were both after, and he let Ben hang it in his freezer in his garage. This guy lives and breathes whitetails. I mean, more than anybody I've ever met. He's bonkers. I probably saw a picture. This guy shot a 215-inch deer on that same property.
Jesus.
I think I probably shared the picture with you at one point.
Yeah, probably.
But so it's I get where Don's coming from, but I'm also to play devil's advocate. I'm just I totally get why this guy acted this way. I'm from central Wisconsin. Any of the redneck blue collar dudes that I grew up with would have done the same thing to you. If you showed up there, they would have treated you like shit. Stay the hell out of here, right? Stay out.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's I see both sides of it. I don't
it's funny
for being pissed about it, but I'm not surprised that the dude mistreated him, encroaching on his turf.
It was funny how you guys tied it in too with with businesses, and I obviously in the power washing industry, it's the same thing. I fall into that trap now and then too, with other companies coming in, or I talk to other guys and they're, I'm booked out till June, and I'm like, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong? And then I don't like that guy for a moment. I let it pass pretty quickly, but I could see how you can get really angry about shit like that.
Yeah. It's somebody's got something you don't have, or they come and start taking jobs and coming into your turf, and you're like, no way, man. Even though it's they have all the right in the world.
Yep.
But you're and I want to be respectful to both parties, because I don't have a problem with either of them.
Yeah, well, and from your perspective, the guy was great.
Yeah. He's not a bad dude to people that are treating him well. I don't think Don mistreated him per se.
Yeah, right.
But Don, actually, the thing that Don didn't say that I thought was pretty funny, and this is just me hearing it secondhand, but the reason Don knew those bucks was there wasn't that Don scouted them. It was that one of Vince's neighbors, who was also a coworker of his, sold Don the intel. And Don said he didn't pay for it, but basically reached out to him and said, hey, I got these big bucks running around, you should come and hunt them. And so that was why my dude was so upset, was somebody told him these were here, and then he showed up, and I was like, yeah, the problem isn't with Don for showing up, it's with these other guys for sending Don the info. And Don said he didn't pay for it. I don't know if he did or he didn't.
Oh, but God.
Don didn't scout him up. Don was told about him from some guys that my dude works with. So it was, again, I can see both sides of it, but it totally reminded me of the pressure washing space. You got the $99 guy, and then you got the guy trying to scale, and neither one's wrong, and they're hardly competing with each other, but the customers are out there and they're the same. and the deer are out there and they're the same.
Yep.
So it's just funny. The correlations are hilarious.
Well, yeah, and that was because you guys tied, like, same thing with the Tethered podcast, when you guys did the Tethered podcast, tying the business into something else that I like, because I I try to listen to something all day that's going to educate me and help me out in my business. And so when I hear, and then sometimes that stuff starts to get a little bit boring though. And then I'm like, oh, they're talking about hunting and business. This is
good.
This is cool.
Hey, what's up, business nerd? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned a heck of a lot watching that episode. Do me a favor, subscribe right down here. And if you really like what you saw, you got more goods right here. Check out this one or check out this one and do this. Go subscribe. Appreciate you. Work smarter, work harder, go earn yourself some pride. Catch you on the next one.